is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as Litecoin. We're also going to be spending quite a bit of time discussing a couple of articles I pulled up that I thought I would share with you guys. One is in regards to what technical analysis we're going to be looking at, as well as a couple of interesting ones in regards to the Bloomberg research seeing Bitcoin going back to potentially $10,000, as well as an article posted talking about crypto lender BlockFi rolls out zero-fee trading for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and GUSD. So I thought these were quite interesting. I wanted to spend some time discussing that. As you guys know, we've been tracking very interesting patterns within the current technical analysis on Bitcoin within its massive symmetrical triangle or descending fractal that I'd like to discuss with you guys, as well as on XRP's major descending triangle that you can see has been started since the beginning of, I think it is all the way back on the weekly of 2017. We've had this major descending triangle that is finally coming to an end. So I thought this was quite interesting. We're going to be spending quite a bit of time discussing all these cryptocurrencies. Hopefully you guys watched yesterday's video, which was basically discussing that XRP could potentially break out as we saw back 3 years ago. So quite interesting. Definitely make sure to check that out. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, where we left off yesterday, as you guys can see, we were discussing a couple of interesting things. We were spending quite a bit of time on the XRP chart in regards to comparing what could be happening back in 2017 all the way to what could potentially be happening right now. We saw back in 2017 the coin broke out and blew up to as high as $3 and change, which is an extremely high amount of money that this crypto should be moving to. We also know that this was the same time period that Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies were moving up to, exponentially high levels as well. So will this happen again? It's quite possible it could, maybe not at the extent that we're seeing, but we could be seeing a potential breakout to the upside. Now, flash forward to 2019, you can see that we're coming back down to a major descending triangle that's been forming on this cryptocurrency. And I want to spend some time later on in today's video comparing these charts, showing you guys what could be potentially happening and why we could be potentially moving to the upside. I also want to look at Ethereum and some of the other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Litecoin, because I do think these cryptos do have some potential. Yes, they are a little bit slow gainers compared to the other cryptos that we've been looking at, but I do think we should be spending quite a bit of time discussing these. Now, before I jump into the technical analysis and charting, I want to read to you guys an article posted by the one and only B in Crypto. Huge shout out to them. But Bloomberg research sees Bitcoin back to $10,000. Now, this is obviously a great news article. Like, the fact that they're talking about $10,000 movements is definitely something to consider paying attention to, mainly because if we do see movement up to 10K, which is, I believe, $3,000 higher than what Bitcoin's currently trading at, which is 74, so $2,500 more, this ultimately could lead a breakout to the upside in basically causing a new wave to break to higher levels, and this could ultimately spark the movement we've been looking for and waiting for within all the other cryptocurrencies, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, all of those as well. But basically, as you can see, a recently released research paper from the Bloomberg has painted a positive picture for Bitcoin heading into 2020. The key takeaway being that the major crypto should top $10,000 soon, and that it will also follow a similar path to gold, which is in upward trend currently. So that's pretty awesome. And they basically say it's just a matter of time before we see Bitcoin retesting $10,000. Basically, 10K has also been a major critical point for Bitcoin in its time period, especially considering it is the halfway point to Bitcoin's all-time high, which was $20,000. Part of its transition toward the crypto market version of gold process should continue. Notably, volatility declines like gold. Bitcoin is retracing a bear market, while most of its brethrens have increased betas to the downside. For Bitcoin, we see 6,500 as good support and $10,000 as an initial resistance as we enter 2020, which I, agree wholeheartedly with. They're basically talking about the importance of these cryptocurrencies. It's definitely a great article. It's easily found on BN Crypto. And I also want to discuss with you guys the crypto lender BlockFi rolls out zero-fee trading for Bitcoin. Now, this caught my attention mainly because we've been using all of these different exchanges. Now, this isn't necessarily an exchange as far as I know, but we use Coinbase Pro, we use DueDEX, a bunch of different cryptocurrencies, a bunch of different exchange charts, and we know that they're charging quite a bit of fees. That's one of the main reasons why I kind of stayed away from some exchanges, mainly because of how high their fees are, and some of these have been growing and increasing in fees. There are a couple good ones left, like ABRA and Coinbase Pro, but they still do charge quite a bit of fees. It's just a little bit lower compared to the rest, as well as majority aren't even allowed in the United States. So to hear that we're offering a zero fee trading platform for Bitcoin and Ethereum is news to my ears, and I thought I would share this information with you guys as well. Now, BlockFi and crypto lending service backed by Galaxy Digital, Winklevoss Capital, Consensus Ventures, and others is expanding into trading with an unusual zero fee model. What does that mean? The startup has made a name by itself, offering investors a way to realize a return on their crypto without selling it. Clients deposit Bitcoin, Ethereum, or GUSD stablecoin with BlockFi, then take out US dollar loans against their crypto collateral or earn interest on their deposits. BlockFi lends the crypto to big institutional players. They use it for trading and pay interest, which the lender passes back to depositors. Starting Thursday, users have one more option. They could buy or sell their balances, for example, buy more Bitcoin using GUSD or Ethereum they've deposited, or vice versa. There will be no trading fees, as the service will have a different profit model. The money will be coming from selling data on the user's trades to big institutional crypto firms that in turn will act on market makers at BlockFi, providing liquidity. That's interesting. So they're actually going to be offering zero fee trading fees, by tracking data on their clients. So basically, the way you buy and sell, they're going to be collecting this data and maybe making a better profitable method for them when they actually decide to buy and sell. They'll be using your information, gathering all that up, and then figuring out what to sell. If I'm getting this right, when to buy and sell. Market makers want the information about what trades are happening, and they got it by having a relationship with as many venues and continue support. So they just want to collect info on their traders in regards to when they're buying and selling, as far as I think. Now, it's interesting because it's a lending platform, so I'm not sure how they're making their money in regards to, or why they'd be offering zero trading, but it says some of these market makers have been BlockFi's clients on the crypto lending side already, and some of them are also startup equity investors. So, I mean, obviously it makes sense that they're offering that. That's an awesome thing to basically offer zero fees on trades. Obviously, is a very good incentive to have people come to their platform, but I don't think they're an exact exchange, which is what's confusing me. I mean, maybe they are an exchange. Oh, wow, that's actually pretty cool. They do actually offer an exchange to trade crypto. So that's pretty crazy that that's zero trading on their coins. That's very interesting to me. BlockFi will also add options and interest earnings accounts starting December 11th. When clients buy crypto on BlockFi, it will automatically go into their interest accounts and start earning interest if a client chooses this option. Prince, BlockFi launched an interest earning account in March. BlockFi has changed the terms of interest accounts. Staff doubles initially. So, I mean, all in all, that's pretty awesome that they're offering a zero fee trades, which is something I didn't know BlockFi does. Now, it says they're a lender, so I want to know a little bit more about this. I may actually spend a couple videos later on discussing the potential opportunities that we could have by actually sending my crypto over to them and getting a loan of cash to do whatever I want with. I think that's a very interesting thing. I know some other coins like Salt do this as well, but to see this, it's something that we haven't really dabbled with. So I may actually make a video discussing me buying, selling, or actually taking out loans into US dollars with that. My only concern is, what exactly are they asking for? Do they want information? Like, do they want social security numbers? Do they want an ID, things like that? Because to turn crypto into cash on a loan is pretty interesting. Like, why would I have to pay them back almost? So I'm going to spend a little more time on that later. More than what I want to discuss the major descending triangle forming on here. So a lot of people I've noticed within the exchanges or within the technical analysts basically consider, or some people have been leaving comments considering that descending triangles tend to break bearish. Now, I think that's true, but what I've noticed in major cryptocurrency markets is that descending triangles tend to break bullish to the upside, ascending break bearish, and then symmetrical triangles kind of go either way, more so to the upside. But I wanted to find some charts that kind of discuss this. Now, I was using Investopedia, but I feel like Investopedia is more geared towards stocks, so it's a little bit different in regards to where they, switch or move up to. So I found actually this thing called babypips.com, which is Learn Forex Triangles, which is Forex is based off of different exchanges in regards to different currencies. You're changing the values of the currencies. But I found these, and they basically explain the way I would like to represent the current charts. You can see here that the symmetrical triangle is a chart formation where the slope of the price highs and the slope of the price lows converge together to a point where it looks like a triangle. What's happening during this formation is that the market is making lower highs and higher lows. This means that neither buyers or sellers are pushing price far enough to make a clear trend. This is where a battle between buyers and sellers. This would be a draw. There's also a type of consolidation, so you can see right here. Usually the market will most likely break out. Eventually one side of the market will give in. So you can see symmetrical triangle here. I'm kind of referencing this to here. Most people don't see it, believe it or not, which I kind of understand. We do have a lot of consolidation on the bottom, as well as a lot of resistance on the top. And if we look at Bitcoin, you can see there's not as much on the bottom here, which is why some people are considering this to mainly be some sort of descending fractal. So by drawing this here, you can see exactly what I'm referring to. We can even draw another top right here. Some people are even doing this. I don't know if I would consider that over this. I mean, it's quite interesting, but you can see right here what exactly it is. So when we're looking at a descending fractal, which is what people are drawing, which is something like this, where we have this flag up to here, and we have a pennant flag down. Whether this is a bullish flag, let's see, on Forex, something along the lines of this that you can see right here. So more so a bullish flag is basically we have the breakout point to the upside, a flag pull, and then the flag to the downside. Very similar to Bitcoin, which is the bullish flag to the upside. This is the flag pull, and then we have the flag to the downside, very similar to what we're seeing right now. Some people may consider this to be what exactly is happening with Bitcoin, which is still a bullish signal to me, and I don't see this as a bearish thing. This is a bullish signal, whether it's a symmetrical triangle. I consider that the breakout that we could be having come towards the end of this month may be a bullish breakout to the upside. That's ultimately where I think this crypto is going to be headed to. Now, for the other people who are looking at the XRP, considering this to break bearish, I also have some other ones that I want to discuss with you. So as you can see also right here, that they're basing it off the mouth of the, the percentage gain, the mouth of the triangle based off of how high the price will surge. Ascending triangles tend to break bearish, as he's showing right now, because the price ceiling is way too strong and the bears are winning. Now, descending triangles, which to me looks very similar. I mean, it's almost identical. This is what we're looking at. This descending triangle with support is exactly like XRP right now. And you can see what it says is in the chart above. You can see the price is gradually making lower highs, which tell us that sellers are starting to gain some ground against the buyers. Now, most of the time, we do say the price will eventually break support line and continue to fall. However, in some cases, the support line will be too strong and the price will bounce off of it, make a strong move to the upside. The good news is that we don't care where the price goes. We just know we just know that it's about to go somewhere. And that's pretty much true. Like, that's a great thing, is that we can actually track the prices, and that we really don't care about how high or where the breakout's going to go. We just know when it's going to break out, and we can basically judge our movements off that. But they're showing you guys a positive breakout to the upside with a price floor being extremely strong, initially sending the prices all the way up to the top. This is awesome. This is what we're looking to see within XRP. You can see very similarly, that's what we're seemingly having on here. I mean, they're using the mouth of the breakout, which is pretty crazy. If we consider the mouth of the breakout to be a 550% gain, and then we trend this over to where the breakout is right now, we could easily see the coin going up to $1. A dollar gain, 550%. It's pretty wild. Whether or not we break lower down to 16% or we break bullish from the 20% region we're at currently, ultimately, if you buy in at those levels and we shoot up to $1, you're making an incredible profit. Now, if we zoom into the daily, we get a little bit closer analytics. You can see we're coming to an end here. We're hitting a resistance, which is why we're ultimately going lower. You can see that we're falling down to here. There's a good chance we're going to hold support at 20 cents. Trend sideways, which I'll draw out right here, something along the lines of this. We're either going to break bullish like that or break to the downside, trend over here, and then we're going to see that pop. Either way, I do think one of these points are going to be a bullish break to the upside due to the fact that we're on a massive support that we haven't seen since 2017, which was a 16%, stop. This is where the price goes down to. This has not been lower, so there's a very, very, very small chance you're going to see that break. You can also see the very beautiful bullish cross that we're having right now on the MACD, which is another, good sign that we could be seeing a small break to the upside. Ethereum looks okay within a descending triangle right here, as well as Litecoin within a descending triangle, or more so, sorry, descending fractals. You can see they're heading lower. Good chance we're going to consolidate out, retest resistance up here. if we do decide to break bullish, it's going to be in the same time period as Bitcoin. What I'm starting to notice is maybe all of these cryptos are in a descending fractal, or a bullish flag. You can see right now, this could be considered a bullish flag on Litecoin. You can see we have, what did I just do? We have the flagpole right here as we swing up. We have the flag itself as we go down, very similar to Bitcoin, the flagpole up, the flagpole down, or sorry, the flag down. Ethereum, we have a flagpole up, bearish flag down, or a bullish flag down. All of these cryptos seemingly have that, except for XRP. Maybe, let's look at XRP. No, XRP does not have that. That is most definitely a descending triangle. But as far as Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin, they are all seemingly descending or bullish flagpoles, which tend to break bullish. So if we see Bitcoin break to the upside, we're going to see a Litecoin and Ethereum do the same thing. As for XRP, following its descending triangle, there's a very high chance we're going to see a massive breakout come to the end of 2020, or sorry, the end of 2019 into 2020. So otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.